I really like playing some computer games. My favorite is Cities Skylines, and you can find some videos on this channel. And I was wondering, is it possible to use a computer game to teach a language? Well, it turns out that Cities Skylines is a quite good game for that purpose. Welcome to a little different episode today. So as you see, this is a game, but it's not about playing a game. We're not going to play a game. It's about the fact that I just want to share with you an idea how you can use games in teaching. So the game that I'm currently playing, or that you can see here, is Cities Skylines. And the very basics of this game is to build a city. Yes, if you know SimCity, you probably know what's the game about. You build the roads, you build different buildings, etc. There are different ways of playing the game. I won't go into the details, but well, for sure it's much better than the SimCity. It's far more flexible, and you can do many things, and you can also use it to teach English. So I have one young guy who is a very eager and nice English student, and we use this game to explore the vocabulary connected with the city. So we also what have we done? We talked about, so it's a beginner's level. So we talked what things you can find in a city. Yes, roads like here, or maybe train stations. Yes, tracks. So I used, for example, this mode. I'll pause. So you can, in this game, you can go to a train, you can click this camera thing, and now you can see how the train goes. So while it goes, you have to describe, yes, the train is moving on what? On the track, yes, on the railroad, it's a rail track. What you can see, we can see ship, and we can point it with a finger on the screen to the ship. Or we can see some skyscrapers, etc. Yes, where is the train now? It's on a bridge. Yes, we have a river down there. So this is like, just describing what you can see is very good idea. And because it's a game, a little bit laggy right now, but because it's a game, it's something new, something interesting. So we have this. Of course, this can be introduced with a vocabulary exercise where you learn these words so you can easily describe it. But here are people, and of course you can have fun, because sometimes the people, for example, here walk on tracks to get from one platform to another, so it's quite can be quite funny, as you have seen it just now. But yeah, this is a one way of using the game. So you describe things. You go. What's very nice here, you can go to like a first-person mode with a citizen. You can, of course, here you see, oh, he's going to work, and it's a very good way of using the game for present continuous, just describing what's going on right now. Yes, and this person is walking to work, and we can also describe what we can see in the screen. Yes, anytime we can pause the game. So it's still, we have some cars, streets, a street light, this is a bus stop, and everything here can be described. Yes. So the person, some people are walking, some cars are going somewhere, or we can see a bus, and now this person is at work and is working, and we can see it here. Again, a nice way to learn present continuous. And what I did yesterday, what I did on today's lesson, just a few minutes before, this part was totally empty. There was nothing here. So we decided, together with my student, to build a little house near the river. So we had to build the whole road, we had to discuss the road, how to connect it to some power. Yes, we used these power lines. Where do they get water from? Well, the surprise, surprise, they still use a well. There is one well, and they use it for all the purposes of here. So this was the first house in the area. We built it with a nice garden. Yeah. Then there were 2 more houses. Then they decided to build this fishing pier, so people can come to fish. Hello. So if the fishing pier is here, if there are some people coming, we decided to build this little shop. It's called Outlet Shop, but I think it, from graphical point of view, is like everything. And there are also some. There is also a bus line built. But what we did in order to learn some English, it wasn't just playing. So it was all using game features and mods. So, except for building just a house, well, we had to decide whether the house is big, small, old, and new. So we used this Find It tool. It's a mod to the game, and we found house. We wanted. No, we used Rico for this. So we chose small houses. No, not Rico, but you can discuss. Is it? Oh, this is a big house. Yes, when you hear, we don't such a big house here. We went through the houses here. For example, these are smaller, but my student didn't like them. He didn't like this idea here because he said wooden house. So we went here. Actually, because I know what the assets I have, I knew that I have these Aquitania houses. So he chose this one because it has this wooden parts. Yes, so it's like a rather village look, modern village like you saw. Then, well, to build the garden, we needed so we found a well, garage, something. Yes, we needed a fence. So what we did, we typed in fence, and this is quite nice tool because it also helps you to teach spelling, which is quite important, I think. So with this, the student has to type in swimming, for example, swim. Oh, it's a mistake. Yes, swimming pool or something for the garden. So this is how you can use the game. Type in things here, play the game, let the student build things. We had this nice dialogue. What can we build next? Or maybe something. We checked, for example, why in this house at the moment of building. So we decided on some flowers, and then what next? So we checked who lives here. There were 2 children living here at that time. So we decided to build this nice swing. And again, it was with this Find It tool, swing, and it's here. High swing set. So this is for learning the vocabulary learning, present continuous learning. Press what can we do next? Or what should we do next, depending on what you want to teach. You have some basic spelling here. So I think for a lesson or two on one-to-one lessons, or maybe even in a smaller group where you have this screen in front of them and they have to decide what to build, this can be a good idea for a lesson. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If yes, leave thumbs up or whatever. Subscribe. You can also support me on Patreon, but I'm not doing many English teaching videos at the moment. But if you're learning Polish or Latin, you might find some areas. And of course, I really recommend the game, as I think it's very, very good, very interesting, really worth playing. Thank you very much. See you. Bye bye.